Tyrannus Cosplay. Featuring Bernard Sutton Power, cosplayer and prop maker, presents with thanks to the following patrons. A build recorded live on Twitch. Thank you, Amber Lister, Stephen David Love, Brendan Shenfield, Kimberly Sutton, Jacqueline Fogg, and Phantom Blade Cosplay. With special thanks to the following patrons. And acknowledgement to these patrons for their support. Curiouser and curiouser. Hopefully it gets its act together. Because that is really going to irritate me if it doesn't. How do Seek, how do Yons? I'm not sure what's going on here. It says I'm dropping 66% of my frames, so I don't know how true that is.
Are you talking to me?
No, Bobby, I'm streaming. Maybe one of you guys can tell me if it's lagging out, whether there is a lot of frame rate droppage there. So I'm busy cutting out a new set of patterns for the face of this helmet, because the first set of patterns didn't compensate correctly for the thickness of the foam. So now I've done that, I hope. Oh, Jesus Christ. It is lagging badly, is it? Right, thanks for that. Hi Ted, hi gang. Thanks for jumping in and joining us. It would appear that I'm having major lag issues tonight for some reason though, and I don't know why. I don't know if that's going to make a difference. You're the juggernaut. You want a large helmet, do you? Welcome to the string, gang. Recycle Rainbow is now following. Thanks for the follow, Recycle. Now, see, that's horrendous. That's saying that I have dropped 68%. No, 66%. It's bouncing all over the place. Yeah, 60% frame drop rate. It's not normally like that, gang. It's not dropping, Bubby. I don't think it's what you were doing. How long until you have to hit the road?
Me?
Yeah, you. Ted with his cheesels. So yeah, this is the faceplate for the dark helmet. And like I said, the first set of patterns that I cut out didn't compensate for the thickness of the foam. Noob mistake. Recycle Rainbow cheer 25. Thank you. Oh, there's a cup over here somewhere. There we go. Oh, you'll notice I've removed chat from the screen. It used to be here underneath the number. It was taking up too much real estate. Yeah, noisy much? Sitting over there in the background? You don't have what? You turned the Xbox off and your phone makes a noise. Yes, I know. I don't know why it's dropping so many frames, Becky. I've stopped and rebooted the program. Maybe I should do that again. Maybe I should stop the stream and start again. I'll cut this eye out first, because we've shut everything else down in the house. There's nothing using the net. But this is the first stream I've done since we've changed the net again, isn't it?
Yeah, but I only changed the net like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so lucky.
Make full, thank you very much. Or make her full. Thank you very much for the follow, appreciate it. I'm using a Pepakura pattern adapted for foam to make the dark helmet from Spaceballs as a commission for a client. Okay, then if we're dropping so many frames, I'm going to have to reboot and see if that makes any difference, guys. So if you're willing to stick around for a couple of minutes, I'll do a reboot and see what happens. Yeah, I'm in my settings now. For some, that's much better. Look at that. Look at that. For some reason, OBS had me hooked into a Singapore server instead of the Sydney server. As soon as I switched to the Sydney server, look at that. So much better. No dropped frames and back up at 6,000 kilobits a second. G'day DB, how are you? Irritating, frustrating thing. There. That is scary. Thank you very much, Yons. I really appreciate that, mate. You are a Pikachu. No, I think I'm winning now, aren't I? Am I still getting drop frames and stuff? I don't think I am, Seek. I think I got it fixed. I just elbow smashed it to the face. It's clean now. Yeah, like I said, I checked the server that OBS had put me through, and the blinking thing had put me through some Singapore thing instead of the Sydney thing. As soon as I changed to the Sydney server, look at that. Always Makeup is now following. Thank you very much. Is this going to be a Spesh Marin helmet? Mate, this is going to be a ludicrous speed helmet. This is a commission for a friend of mine here in Perth, to go with the other commissions that I've got stacked up on the desk behind me. Got the piece of paper. Thank you. Intentional misspelling a Space Marine. No, this is Dark Helmet, mate. The Space Marine helmet. No, this is Dark Helmet. This is I went over your helmet, Sancho. I did. I can't breathe in this thing.
That's three things, isn't it?
I can't see a thing. You're a devo. Mum's face is a devo. Oi, we're streaming. Behave. Turtle. So the helmet itself is made out of 10 mil. This faceplate's going to be made out of 5 mil. Almost as big as the first Daedric helmet. Indeed. Except this time it's built overly large intentionally. So what everybody else been working on? Feel free to put your current build images up in chat so we can all take a gander. You're finishing a belt and you're working on finding your next job. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, DB. School's stressing you out so much. I never did enjoy school myself. That being said, stay in school, kids. Wonder Woman! And what version of Wonder Woman are you working on? Seek's been painting his adapted Space Marine bolt pistol. I get a friend who turns up for my Sunday build days who's working on their 40k Space Marine at the moment. It's huge. There's a Wonder Woman fan art of Roman armor Wonder Woman. I think that's Superman and the Phantom you're thinking about there, Seek. Oh, Dark and Furry's theme song in the background.
You're talking to everything in the background.
Don't know why you didn't get sleep before you're doing this silly run. Of course you may.
This happens to be silly.
Did I notice the raids? I saw Ted's group jump in and then my stream went. So I was most upset. Ooh, that's pretty. That's a little more complex than putting your underwear over the outside of your pants there, Seek. I think
That is awesome.
that death's going to have a lot of work on that. That's bloody brilliant.
It's pretty.
I fixed the frame rate break thingy, I hope. Fajitas? What the is a fajita? It's like a burrito. Well, why don't I just call the bloody thing a burrito? Desperado. Hitting mosquitoes whilst wearing mosquitoes. Despacitos. This is why we're not doing a karaoke stream. You love it. You started with the top, but you want to sew the skirt and cape first. Oh, Sanchez put a link up. Ooh, nice sheath. Nice knife. Ah, it's more of a taco with fresh fried meat and vegetables. Grilled spicy chicken and peppers with sour cream and guac?
Yes, guacamole.
Oh, guacamole. Your husband made it for you yesterday and you're showing your appreciation by just eating it now. A fajita is like a burrito in the same way the lasagna is a pasta.
Lasagna is pasta.
Well, lasagna does have pasta in it. I'm sorry, mate.
It's a chicken taco.
It's a chicken taco. You're going to start a race war here. Just shut up, Aussie. We know nothing about burrito, fajita. You think a fajita might be a death order from a burrito. And going over says, I'm eating leftovers. Back off.
Peanut brittle.
That'll do the trick. Tasteofhome.com recipes, flavorful chicken fajitas. She posted a recipe just so you can drool about it while you're eating your peanut brittle. Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, made pretty well.
I'm not sure it's con safe though, bro. Oh, look at these freaking... Everybody's a bloody expert on your fajitas now, you've asked. There's like 6 different people
didn't
commenting
ask.
about... You did!
No, you asked.
No, I'm blaming you.
No,
I'm the adult here. It's your fault.
no. I'm the high elf.
You cringed at that knife. The structural weakness in it is... Well... Yeah, but it sure looks pretty. Besides, Yons, shh, let him have the nice thing.
No.
Heat, fajita. Now I'm being told how to pronounce the fucking thing. Oh, look out.
Well, if you think I was
Warning, this live stream is narrated in conversational Australian English, and as such it will contain language that may be offensive to some viewers, inappropriate for children, or it might just piss off a few weak bastards. Now we get that out of the way.
it's probably because you were raised in a different country. That's your problem. You can't say things properly.
Just sit over there and eat your fatty food, alright?
I am.
Modified Space Marine Bolt Pistol. Yeehaw. Pew 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 pew. What are you making that one out of? All out of EVA? I can hear you chomping from here, which means they can hear you chomping from there.
It's peanut brittle. I can't help it.
Come to Nevada. We will fill you full of delicious Mexican food and probably leave out the menudo.
I don't know if it's funny. Are you on that when you try to pronounce things? I see it blue.
Peanut bacon brittle. Ooh, yummy.
No.
Okay, bacon brittle. That's better. You have to be very hungover to eat menudo. Do you just? A polystyrene core covered with cheap 2mm craft foam. Fair enough. That's going to be really, really light. Sancho won't even go near it, and Sancho's got the only Mexican name in chat. So it's like Vegemite. You hate it or you love it. I love Vegemite. It's great for greasing the axles of the car with. As for eating the stuff, what is Vegemite made of? crushed bugs.
Oh, it is.
Bloody is so. Ground up poo. Menu dough is good when it's prepared well, but most of the time it's awful. Then why the just what are you giggling about, woman? It's tripe soup. Okay, that's it. Done. Bye.
Fantastic beasts and where to find them. Buddy, I already know where to find them. Apparently, it is literally anywhere on Hogwarts grounds, because so far I've seen a 3-headed dog, a basilisk, a bunch of acromantulas, 4 dragons, 5 if you count Norbert, a giant squid, hundreds of dementors, a herd of thestrals, and worst of all, Dolores fucking Umbridge.
She's pottering. Like I said, we won't make you eat it. Correctamundo.
I need to tag Mel and Crane. And possibly put some cheese.
That Potter quote is amazing.
Yes! Thank you! Someone gets my humour. See, I should just stream and do Potter quotes. People would watch me more than you.
I think I'll just go for a PB&J, thanks. Blaines. God, you guys eat some weird shit. Blood sausage. I like blood sausage more than I like tripe.
No.
Livers and kidneys are also great.
No. I ain't.
Come to Oz, I'll show you what real food tastes like. Kangaroos knackers, ground up koala patties,
Drop egg.
emu burgers,
Crocodile.
yeah, crocodile steak.
Snake.
That steak, you twit.
Yes, I know.
Snake?
Snake.
Ah. She's from Nevada, she probably eats rattlesnake.
Pops.
Emu burgers might be good. You eat kangaroo meat, but no thanks on the koala. Don't they smell? Yeah, like eucalyptus. It's good, clears your sinuses. There you go, see? Eaten rattlesnake before, there you go.
But would not.
It's illegal to kill them. You know what? If it's me or them, the rattlesnake's buying it big time.
But would not different snakes taste different?
I've smelt like eucalyptus all morning. Well, there you go. Like, you've been... I was going to say you've been licking that koala bear's bum, but I won't say that because she's a nice lady and... You'd like to try anaconda once. Most rattlesnakes won't go after you. They just want a wide berth. See, that's the difference between your pussy American snakes and our Australian snakes.
I'll just eat.
Our Australian snakes will freaking chase you into the car and then scream down the road after you in their car, shooting at you all the time to get you to pull over so they can bite you. There's also arseholes in all species. There's always arseholes in all species. There you go.
What about a triantula bear? You read American Fences and what I didn't.
Only for humans, Yons. Snakes can have as many guns as they damn well like. We have nasty critters here, but most will leave you alone if you leave them alone. Yeah, scorpions and coyotes and mountain lions and bush pigs.
If you talk to
Oh no,
bears
sorry,
nicely,
bush pigs are in Armadale. Hey?
It's for bears, but if you talk to them nicely, they'll just leave. Oh wait, that only happens in Canada.
Canada. Okay. Let's go slip off of that strip of foam that I got sitting down there on the floor and trace out this pattern. You got the bridge of the nose there where I want it. Only nasty critters we have in the Netherlands are our politicians. Freaking heard that.
Weed all the time.
What? The Netherlands politicians are stoned on weed all the time. How can they be nasty? I think that's the Swedish ones, isn't it? The ones in Amsterdam.
Netherlands is Amsterdam, you fucking idiot.
What the fuck do I know? I had a public school education.
So did I.
Yeah, I know, but I paid for it. Well, actually. Hello, everybody. Thank God I found time to join again. Trade you a politician from the Netherlands for Nevada's marker model. A model. Yeah, that guy. Okay, so I've traced that bit out, so that can go up there. Hang on a sec, I can just got to duck off camera and cut a strip of foam.
Did you know that?
I knew everything, I'm the dad. I'm not reading all of that. I'm in the middle of a stream.
Apparently that they're all the names of the Doctor's companions on the top of the TARDIS.
Okay. Right. That'll do it. Whee! Here's a bag of ball sacks. Okay. That kind of works, I suppose. Oh my god. What a bloody time. That's AM, by the way. The Neo Absolution just subscribed. Thank you very much, Neo. That's a continuation of your subscription from memory. Sup? Bit of this, bit of that. Crappy lag bandwidth for a little while there till we fixed it. First I slammed my fist onto the desk, and then I decided I'd actually have a look at the software settings. Been a while since I caught your stream. Been a while since I've thrown a stream, mate. What with Life, the Universe, everything. Hoping to get back into a regular pattern of producing content. The Tim Tam fam. We just missed the high off. She's heading for the door. She's got to do an airport run to pick up a friend of hers. Netherlands workers are the bestest. Take that puppy up there into the corner. Because this is a premium level commission, I'm not using floor mat foam. I'm using some 75 kilo foam. Here in Australia, though, we use weight per cubic meter to define the density of the foam when you're buying it. So a cubic meter of this foam would weigh 75 kilos. From memory, somebody told me I think floor mats are about 30 so they're much softer. But the client's paying a premium for this commission, so I thought I'd break out the good stuff. And besides, I haven't made anything of any substance with this foam yet, so I want to give it a try. Plus I've got a box of foam samples that I got sent by my sponsor, who's breaking into foam as well as thermoplastics and stuff. And as I don't use thermoplastics, you never want a limp helmet. Indeed you do not.
That's what she said. I'll see you in 2 hours.
Yeah, get out of here. So this stuff's rather nice. It's very smooth, and I had a close look at it, and there's no air hole pockets in it, none of that. The guy who sells it shaves it from the block for you, although I think the term he used is the buck. And they sell it for $1 a mil. So if you get a 2 mil sheet, a metre wide by the 2 metre length of the buck, it costs you $2, which is bloody brilliant. And then the thicker you want your foam, the more it costs, obviously. A limp biscuit. So this is the center of the faceplate for the helmet, and you can't see it. Well, you might see traces of it. There's a lot of undercutting to be done on this one to make it form the contours of the helmet. But luckily, because it's a knockoff of Vader's helmet, the lines in it are all very angular. There's no soft curves at all. So I'm going to make 2 of these puppies, so I'm going to reserve that space here for the second one of these. And that, I can actually salvage that bit of foam out of there instead of wasting the chunk up here. So I did a fair whack of sewing in the last few weeks to get my Last Jedi Kylo done, and I wore him on I think it was last weekend or the weekend before. Time flies really quickly when you don't have any structured calendar. For the Starlight Foundation fundraising week that we have here annually, EB Games and Zing, which is the pop culture arm of EB Games, run a whole week of fundraising where they rattle the can. They ask cosplayers to come down to the stores, that kind of thing. Don't you take priority? You're the mum. Or is that over now? Mother's Day's been and gone. So I have a commission for an Assassin's Creed crossbow, and I'm having a hell of a time getting reference images for this specific one that I'm chasing. Geez, that scrolled up really quick. I was going to get into the tub, but my kid just got in. Doodle-oot means fuck you, hot water. That's a discussion I always have on the weekends. I hope he's quick. His friends are here to kidnap him. Ah, well, that's probably why he dumped in there. GameStop stateside would invite cosplayers to stores like that. Yeah. No, it's not the Hidden Blade mode one at all, Yons. It is the one on the cover of Brotherhood. It is, I think, referred to as the Roman crossbow. And it has a very distinct silver embroidered or embossed eagle-like figure on the front of it, as opposed to the chunky goldy brass looking eagle on the other image that I can find. But yeah, most definitely the cover of Brotherhood is the largest image I can find, but it's on a front-on angle where he's pointing it pretty much straight at you. You can wash your hair and nuts in 5 minutes. Yes, but you can't play with yourself and wash your hair and your nuts in 5 minutes. That's the one, but how tiny is that image, my friend? That's like 314 pixels by 159 pixels. And that's the best image I can find of it. Yeah. But that is the specific one he's after, yes. Thank you, mate. He's 19. Okay. I was never 19. I don't remember. Found a replica on DeviantArt. Yes, I know. It's beautiful, isn't it? But again, there's no reference images for the freaking thing. Apparently, Ezio uses it in the trilogy pack, and it also comes with his figurine comes with it, but it's itty bitty piddly little freaking thing. You were so pregnant when you were 19. Well. No cosplay kit from the publisher itself? I haven't seen one, Kira, no. I have the client looking for it. He's in an AC guild here. So he's putting out a call for it. Otherwise, I'm going to have to ad-lib a lot of stuff. You asked the DeviantArt person. Oh, thank you. need to mark that we've done that one because that one's a cut 2 of those. So let's put that there because we're going to need it again. Now this line here is for the top of the taper because that's the bevel around the eyes and it all bevels off. And unfortunately, that is not successful. That'll work. So we've got a couple of major cons coming up here, at least one. And that's what this needs to be finished for. And unfortunately, I can't freaking make it. Because I'll be DJing and MCing a wedding 500 kilometers away on the same day as the convention. And then we have my small local convention because I live about 70 k's south of Perth. And we have our own little local convention, and I've already been booked for a wedding on that date too. By a bloody cosplayer. So I went, look, hey, look, they finally set the date for my local con. You know how important that is? How about you move your wedding date? And they just laughed. Oh, well, it was worth a try. This stuff cuts so freaking nice. There's 3 flipping refs for each weapon in Brotherhood except that crossbow. yeah, except that one. Yep, they've got the profile shot, they got the front on the top view, yeah, side view, top view, and front view of most of the freaking ones that I could find, and not that particular one. Which is why he wants that one. Nobody else will have it. If you can't find a freaking reference image, you won't bloody have it either. And of course, the in-game graphics for the crossbow can't be bloody found either, because it's not like it's one of the crossbows that you can actually use, apparently. So I've been told, not being an AC player, I'm not sure about that. My daughter's got a friend flying in tonight from somewhere on the other side of the blinking world or whatever. Flight gets in at 4 AM. So she's got an hour's drive to get to the airport to pick him up. drop him off at his place in Perth, and then an hour's drive back down here. Generous little person she is. Far more blinking generous than I am. That was the quickest teenage boy shower ever. Well, when your mum's banging on the door going, get the f out of the shower, I need some hot water, you get out of the shower. That and the fact that, like you said, his mates are there to take him out, so... Yep. Found diagonal pics from both sides. I'm not sure, they may be ones I've got already, mate, but yeah, chuck us a link and I'll take a gander and see if I can use them. I really appreciate you taking some time to hunt things out. For Christ's sake, I'm not going to have any joy with this tonight, am I? Let's try this. You're going to enjoy some eucalyptus and hot water. No worries, Becky. You take care of yourself, love. Thanks for coming and joining us. That's the way. Tea? Thank you. Got some. No, if you're talking about Becky enjoying eucalyptus and hot water, she's talking about having a hot bath. A soak in the rubbery dub. Can we get all the way around that blinking thing? Okay, so we have here, 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 there, 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 and there. Right, that bottom one goes from there to there. Then we have that one running parallel to it. That one up to the apex of that corner there. And then there is from here to the apex there. It's all highly technical, gang. So these are going to be undercuts, these lines here. And the same on the other half. Oh, that's wrong, that is. Should have been there. And that one goes there. That's better. Now there are none in here. So I get all the way up and across, parallel, diagonal corner. A little bit there, all the way up, across, right. So that's all on that one. So that and that get filed together in completed. It's not a complex piece in that there are not a lot of bits that need to come together to make the faceplate, but it's a complex piece in that the folds all have to be right, otherwise the faceplate doesn't fit inside that giant helmet. We had our Champions of Cosplay West Australian round. Get a Real Job is now following. Sterling advice. Thank you very much for joining and following. Appreciate the support. So yes, we had our West Australian round of the Champions of Cosplay on Saturday night. Still in two minds about it. Instead of actually having a Oz Comic Con here in WA, they have cancelled the West Australian and the Adelaide heats and have given us what they call Press Play instead, which is a pub social function where part of the itinerary that night is the hosting of the West Australian round. And they did the same thing in Adelaide. So we went from having 20,000 people at a convention centre to having 200 people at a pub. Pub scene's not really what I dig, but it was a sociable function, and it gave cosplayers the opportunity to drink and laugh and have fun in a more adult setting than a convention does. It just I've been DJing pubs for so long, I don't actually enjoy being on the social side at pubs. So we stayed and we watched the competition, gave them a lot of support. I filmed the comp and put it up on my YouTube channel. So if you're interested in seeing the West Australian competitors in the Champions at Cosplay round. You can see it on that YouTube channel down there. One of those people will go on to Sydney to represent Western Australia, and whoever wins in Sydney will go over to C2E2 next year to represent Australia in the Champions of Cosplay there. We just had Wiru represent us in C2E2 a few weeks ago in that giant 8-foot tall leather hand-tooled behemoth, which was just freaking massive. I lost to him in Sydney with my Nordic carved armour, for those of you who remember that little piece of costuming that I did. And considering the awesomeness of his costume, I don't begrudge him beating me at all. So once I got these bits cut out, we can start looking at the undercuts on that faceplate and on these two wings that I'm doing. I think we might tip that camera up a bit. Oh, is that the problem? Is it just... It is. It's not staying up, is it? It's just... Have an issue with the blue tack. Let's see how well that sticks. Limp Cambro, indeed. We had that conversation about firmer and stiffer and stuff, didn't we? I don't have the overhead cam on a tripod or a swing arm or anything. I actually have it blue tacked to the top of my my TARDIS on the shelf directly above my monitor. And the dock is just not holding up at the moment. Not doing their job. See, now if Clara was still part of the team, that wouldn't have been an issue. So the idea, I'm going to build this helmet around a flip-up safety mask, the same style that I use instead of goggles, so that the helmet will sit firmly on his head, but the face mask can flip up inside the helmet, just like it does on the movie. And we might even do the whole running joke of having the bolts a little loose so it keeps flopping down after a while. That's entirely up to the client. They can hand tighten or hand loosen those to their heart's content. I suppose we should give a shout out and a bit of a credit to the original creator of this PEP file too. This is a dung beetle model that I've modified slightly, unfolded by JF Customs. So if anybody sees them or knows of them, I'm giving them credit. Okay, so it's Dung Beetle Space Balls Dark Helmet Foam Unfold by JF Customs is my base design, but like I said, I've done some mods, slight mods, to their PEP file to make it more foam compliant, at least the way I style foam. There, that's where that pin needs to go. I took my Totoro out for a stroll at the Starlight Foundation fundraiser for 3 days straight, and my shoulders were killing me by the end of it. I never knew there were so many little dweebs that get around the place. The amount of people who would walk past young teenagers and stuff going, "Oh, can I punch it?" Like, you're welcome to try, sunshine. Don't be surprised if you see a really angry 50-year-old cosplayer belting down the forum after you once you've done it, though. Was most distressed, we had some members of the 501st costuming with us, and my Totoro, as you may recall, is, once you put the ears on, he's close to 7 foot tall. I can't put him on the rack at full height inside the house with the ears on. I have to take the ears off, and there's about a clenched fist between the top of his head and my ceiling. So getting back to why I was most distressed, we had a Jawa with us from the 50. Light up eyes, stealing all the shiny bits, you know the ones. But this was a tall one. This was an adult wearing the costume. The kids, some of the kids, not all the kids, some of the kids, were more scared of my Totoro than they were of that seedy little beggar. So yes, that upset me a little bit. Don't you know who I am and who he is? I'm the nice guy. Some cheeky grey-headed old lady comes sidling up to Totoro while I'm wearing it. "Can I ask you a question?" I went, "Yeah, you go right ahead, love." She goes, "Are you naked under there?" I went, "You cheeky old girl." Bloody hell. What would her mum be thinking? That would be like being naked in a fursuit. I think that's where she was coming from, actually, yeah. He's not bad to wear him, except that he's so damn heavy on the shoulders. I'll have to weigh him at some stage and find out exactly how much weight is bearing down. No, you'll have to buy me a drink first, is what I told her. But yeah, I've got a webcam. In fact, the face cam that I've got hooked up here is the one that I tear off the computer and I use when I'm wearing the costume. I attach that under the front lip of the leaf. Yes, I got a support backpack for Totoro. Absolutely, I do. In fact, that's the Totoro rack upside down there. So you can see there's actually a backpack still attached to the frame. All right. There's the green and, oh, for Christ's sake, The green and gold that is there is the kidney belt. The straps go over my shoulders and that foam there, if the frame flexes, that foam there taps my shoulders. That bar there goes across my rib cage to stop the front of it from flexing in, and then Totoro gets attached to the bit that's sitting on the seat, so that whole framework is upside down. And here at home, he sits on that rack there. So when I'm in it, I've got my mobile phone attached in the front of the costume, so I don't need to hold the phone, and the webcam plugs into the phone so I can see what the webcam sees. I have a rechargeable electric fan. Underneath the leaf there is a hole in the top of Totoro so the hot air escapes out. And I had my snacks and my drinks in a bag hanging from the front of that rack. So I was totally hands-free inside there. I didn't have to hold on to anything except for my can of Coke kind of thing. Oh. So yeah. Chocolate coins. No, that would be the silence. No face, yeah. And no. Haven't you watched Adam Savage's talk about wearing no face and handing out chocolates? It is bad luck to take chocolate from No Face. That's how he convinced the kids to be his friend and take them away. Have I ever been commissioned to make a quad suit? No, I haven't. Oh, that's the point. Right, okay. I think my working with children certificate would be taken away from me if I was putting kids in an uncomfortable situation around my costume. I do charity appearances and stuff in costume, so yeah. Don't want to make the kids uncomfortable and have people thrust the melted chocolate back into my hand. I think that's the last piece traced out, guys and gals. So now we can throw that pattern over there and we can start chopping up the foam. You just thought of the perfect cosplay for me. Yeah, hit me with it. The Emperor's new clothes. The old orc from Skyrim. Well, I still have plans to finish my Daedric as my own personal build. I'd really like to actually get the opportunity to do some work on that in the not too distant future, to tell you the truth, but I've got to get these commissions out because this is what's helping pay the rent at the moment. With the middle of the year coming up here in Australia, it's our winter. So obviously the weddings and the social functions die down a fair bit. An Ebony Warrior would be neat costume as well, yeah. I purposely made the Totoro because I wanted to show that I wasn't a one-horse pony, that it wasn't just foam armour that I make, but that is what I like to make. I don't like sewing. I'm not confident and good at it. I sew because I have to, because it's part of my costumes. But I'd much rather slap a couple of bits of foam together and make something impressive than slap a couple of bits of material together and make something impressive. He says impressive, as if that's par for the course. Yeah, right. Now I'm purposely cutting to the inside of the chalk line, because obviously the chalk was tracing around the outside of the pattern. Studio J7 is live, doing something live, like right now. Come on. That's the way. Lovely. That's the edge at the end of the cut. There's a bit of a lip. I'm not sure whether you can... Yeah, the foam gets thicker. I want to do the Daedric and add some illumination to it. I want red underlighting under the suit. I want to paint it black, obviously, with the red airbrushing where the lights show through the suit. But there is a clear purple pearlescent kind of varnish you can get for cars, and I'd love to spray that over the top of the black costume, so as the light glints on it, it's got that purple kind of luminescence to it. That would be a really nice finish to the paint job on the costume, I think. And I've been chatting to a couple of people who are Skyrim nutters, and we've been discussing the construction of costumes, because there's a few of us making costumes from Skyrim, whether to do the Daedric with that bone kind of finish, or whether to do him with a scale finish where he's not metal armor plated. Because when you pull the 3D model from the game, and I think it might have been one of you guys that did that for me originally, gave me some 3D modeling. The 3D model is covered in scale rather than bone. Even the developers liked that. That was you, Yons. See, I knew. I'm pretty certain it came from you guys. With a chinituous look, even better. I'm not familiar with the term, Yons. I probably know what you mean if I saw it. Oh, bugger armour. Sam the Shrine Fox. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us tonight. What have you been doing to keep yourself busy? Beatty cheered 100. Thank you very much, man. I shall release the dingoes. Crikey. Even. Well, in your defense, Sam, it has been a little while since I've done one. You're good, been a while since I could catch one of your streams. You've been working mostly. Well, that sounds like a freaking hoot. As long as you're working at something you like, then it's not a major issue. But if you're working and it sucks the marrow from your bones, not so much a good thing. You don't think Sand missed many? No, mate. I've been a little slack. I've had that bloody life issue thing. My dad's health has hit the rails in a big way. He's getting on, as you can expect. So yeah, that's been kind of distracting me from bits and pieces. But I was looking at the hard drive and I went, oh geez, I haven't put any content out for a while. Should remedy that situation. Okay, so that is the border of one of the eyes. Actually, from your perspective, it goes like that. That's the nose ridge down the middle there. And those lines indicate where I'm going to put a 45-degree taper all the way around it. You just finished putting Radio Rivendell in your house on Arduino. Yeah. A lot of the videos that I put up with Radio Rivendell in the background got YouTube flagged as having content that was monetized by other people. It's like, oh, poo. You deliver the daily papers here in Queensland 6 mornings a week, so it's about 4 hours of work a day. Gives you time to do other things, does indeed. Get you out breathing the fresh air. Probably told you. YouTube is stupid. Yeah, it is. I probably told you, Sam, my eldest daughter and her family are over there in Queensland, up on the Atherton Tablelands, doing their thing. YouTube doesn't know what it's talking about. Indeed, it does not know what it's talking about, but it's still talking about it, so it put... Not that I was getting any royalty out of my bloody stuff anyway, but... the support that you guys give me here on Twitch is far more financially beneficial to me than YouTube ever has been. Although I've only ever had one payment from Twitch. I did get some letter from Twitch a few weeks ago, eh? No, that's my public liability insurance from a DJ company. That's an empty envelope. Yeah. Foreign person's US income source subject to withholding. But all they did was send me this. They didn't actually tell me what to do with anything. So I don't know whether it's like just a tax statement, like a group certificate kind of thing, or what it is. Sarah, how are you? Damn, this foam just melts like freaking butter with a sharp knife. It's just tasty. Eating some coconut wafers, as you do. Mind you, as it is a 3:45 in the morning here, I don't think there'll be much wafer consumption going on in my home. Oh, did I show you guys the pins that got made up after the whole Totoro blow up thingy? Are you going to focus on that? There we go. One of my cosplay friends here in Perth made these and put them up on their Redbubble page for sale. So I got some the same designs on t-shirts and cups and stuff. So I got a coffee cup, a couple of these pins, I had the t-shirt and some stickers. So yeah, so promoting basically the catchphrase that I use here on the channel and in my cosplay existence, that it's called Cosplay because it's meant to be fun. She's kind of paraphrased it and called it supposed to be fun, but it's the same message. So got those with some pride and promoting those, supporting those I should say. Ringleader Luna, thank you very much for the host. Appreciate your support. They are cute. It's a really nice design, isn't it? And like I said, she's selling them through her Redbubble page, which I'm not sure. I think that's like independent artists submit artwork. Strange, awkward noises. Okay, Luna. I'm not sure why you'd be making a strange, awkward noise while watching my stream, but that's okay. Self-expression is good. Oh, it's like an Etsy page. Okay. Crim's in the house, tying shoelaces together. Okay. So you get one of those. And an eye. Which is the opposite eye. You got the bridge of the nose. Last week you went to your con. Sweet! How did you enjoy it? Hiya, Crims. Keep yourself busy, lad. Friday and then Saturday. So 2-day convention, yeah. Was it fun? Was it enjoyable? You got sucked into the whole pop culture cosplay experience? Stay on the line. Oh. That's a bit bloody cheeky, Crims. You won a panel, anime and video game trivia with 5 other girls. That sounds like a success to me. Hey! You got a Sora figurine. That was your prize. Mouth is dry. Eve Athena is now following. Thanks for the follow, Eve. He booped the snoot. When are you not cheeking? When you're asleep, and I think there's some doubt about that too, mate. Well, we chose 3 prizes and the rest of the 3 got the money. Cool. What am I making this time? Something small and cute and cuddly. Did I see your rattle snail with the pyramid on it? Yeah, I did, bro. You shared it with us when we were over on Ted's channel earlier on tonight, mate. I'm going at ludicrous speed over the helmet. Yeah, cuddly. You don't think Rick Moranis is cuddly? I liked it. It's a bit out of left field. So I've got to wonder what's going on in your head, but you know, probably nothing more than what's going on in the rest of the creative community's head. You loved your Riku costume better than your Ruvik. Sweet. Have you got an image of it? Do you want to share it? Links are open in chat, guys, as long as they're not abused, by the way. So yeah, if you want to share your recent costumes or your builds, feel free to pop up some ooh and ah images for us so we can all look at them and go ooh and ah. Got to Discord? No, mate. Just us in the roar of the channel. This should be the video that started the rattle snail joke. So it's a clip from Abbycat. Ah, she can't say words because words are hard. Oh, you only want to share it in Discord? No worries, that's okay. Oops, I'm monitoring the wrong screen now that I've looked at that. Take me back to there. Beautiful. You saw the clip, you feel bad. What do you feel bad for? Okay, so that's the second side of that. We need that because that's got the other eyeball in it. And that is going to go on there. This eyeball's going to go on here. And all that there faceplate is going to get chopped and folded and fit in there with the round disc in the front. Will the person be able to breathe in this thing? I hope not. Take them out of character if they can breathe. Crims. She couldn't speak and now people are making fun of it. Ah. Smoking a hookah and the end of it looked like a rattlesnake tail. And somebody mispronounced it as a rattlesnail tail. Is that okay? Okay, I think that's the outer edges of that one. Sometimes putting too many lines on your work can be confusing. Right, time to cut the inner side, the inner bits out. So for that I'm going to use the thinner blade knife. Kinda big. Yeah, it's supposed to be kinda big. Apparently, according to Rick Moranis, the helmet that they originally were going to get him to wear was even bigger than the one that finally made it on screen. I wonder if they made a bobblehead. I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. Yeah, I wonder if they made a bobblehead or a pop of Dark Helmet. Oh, look out. Some frame droppage there, bouncing back up again. We'll have this shoulder support to keep in... Wait, what? Will this have shoulder support to keep it in place? I'm not sure yet. At the moment, the base design is going to be built on a face shield. So basically, at the moment, my initial concept is to build it around the same type of face shield as I use when I'm dremeling. So the helmet will be attached to the headband, of course. The face plate won't be needed, but the face plate of the of the cosplay helmet will be attached where this one is, basically, so it can fold up and slide inside. So that's my initial concept. Oh no, this is lovely stuff. Nice and light and airy. We're also going to mate in, what helmet was that? Which one? The face shield that I held up, or this helmet that I'm making, Luna? Oh, piffle! The face shield is my is what I use while I'm using my Sanders or my Dremel or whatever. I don't like wearing goggles over the top of my glasses. The brand is Bolle, B-O-L-L-E with the little above the E. I'm in Australia. I got this from Total Tools for about 30 bucks. The lens unclips, so you can change the lens out when it gets scratched without replacing the entire helmet. Okay, woohoo! What kind is it? It's just a personal safety stuff from the hardware store, in the same section as where the safety goggles are sold and gloves and things. Yep. Where are you located, Luna? Are you in Australia? Let's see if I can't. Here we go. America. Oh, okay. Well, this is an Australian product, this one, but I'm sure they'll have something the same over there. That's the website to that particular unit. So it's a safety face shield instead of safety goggles. Okay. Now chop out the two bigger bits. Focus. Come on. Focus. More focus. Spirit fingers. There it is. You're going to take a look at that sight. Wolf Sorrow, when did you sneak in? Just now. Well, that explains why I didn't see you sneak in. Welcome along. How am I doing? Doing alright. Same-o, mate. What's that saying? Same shit, different day? Am I streaming for much longer? Yeah, probably. The daughter's doing an airport run, so she's gone for at least another hour and a half, so I'll probably stay up until she gets home. It's 4 a.m, but I didn't get out of bed till really late. Sweet. Cup of tea. Ah, hells yeah. Tons of time for a cuppa. In fact, I might have to put the kettle on again myself. I think the one I got's a bit on the cool side. Yeah, how come you can get iced tea, black, but you can't get iced coffee, black? What's the point of that? I mean, I drink my coffee black. So if I wanted an iced coffee, how come I have to have an iced coffee in milk? Surely it's a lot easier to add milk if you want it than to try and take milk out if you don't. Probably because the majority of people don't drink black coffee. Ruin it for the rest of us. Yeah, cold brew black coffee. Indeed. See, it's like, it's not weird. So you go and grab your Lipton's iced tea or whatever you're going to get from the service station. It's going to be black. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen them sell white iced tea. It's colourist. That's what it is. It's a lactose revolution. And Luna's back. You have a place that sells peach, raspberry, and passion fruit tea. Okay. Well, that's because you're in the Gold Coast. They're all bloody trendy and stuff over there, aren't they? Try checking Harbour Freight for the mask too. Yeah, they're bound to have something like that. I mean, not that I know Harbour Freight at all. Back on the big screen. Yeehaw. Well, you trying to watch me on the phone, were you? Lowe's and Home Depot. Modern technology, Wolf getting in the way, mate. Okay, so I still have these inside lines here to cut. And that circle to cut. Now that circle I'm going to cut with the scalpel because it's such a tight curve. What's the helmet? Oh, I'm glad you asked. No, you didn't, Ring, Luna. The helmet is just a little something that I'm locking up. It's ludicrous. Ludicrous speed. Never too big. Adjustable face shield, Harbour Freight, diggly dink ding. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty much exactly the same bloody unit, really, isn't it? Go big or go home. No. Currently working on a locking mechanism for part of wrist blades that come out like a switchblade. Ah. Again, I'm thinking to myself, that's probably not going to be con-friendly. Frankly, Scarlett. Okay. We are getting there. That outer circle needs to be cut out, and then that piece there needs to be cut out as well. Made of foam board. Oh, okay. We hear a banging on the door and SWAT's knocking down Whoop's door. We know what's going on.